All right, welcome back for our fourth and final round here at Guardian Games for Modern Mondays. I'm Urchin Kali, and I am here with.
Travis Cooper.
And for our last round, we could not find you Titan Shift, but we found from table 3, the top table that did not draw, a matchup between Amulet Titan with Brett here and Nick on Izzet Delver. So we're going to see Amulet again, but in a very, very different matchup.
Yeah, we have two artists here, both coming to the final game with a draw.
Yeah, I think, rather than seeing Amulet on a more controlling strategy, we're seeing Amulet up against a tempo strategy, which is going to play out really differently. I'm not sure how I feel here. I think there's a decent chance if Nick has the right interaction that he can just push through. But if it doesn't line up, he could get blown out. What do you think?
I love a good remand, and I'm hoping we're going to get a couple remands, snap remands on some Titans here.
I also love remand. I have to say, it really depends on the environment and the matchup whether it's good. But I love remand.
So I just want to note we have, I think, at least 3 Amulet players playing here this evening. They pretty much all went 2-0-1 or better. So Amulet, if you haven't figured out, is very well positioned currently.
It's true.
So if you want to play Amulet, now's the time.
It is extremely well positioned.
I mean, is it once upon a time? Because it seems
it
like
appears to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I've been playing the Urza mid-range deck, which is fairly soft to Amulet, as much as that deck is soft to anything. And so this is a pretty hostile environment for what is otherwise an extremely strong deck in the format.
Well, there's the Titan in hand.
Titan acquired. Breeding pool, shock it in. I don't think it's I think you can. It's not.
I feel like
it's not a slam dunk, but it's quite good.
Yeah, I feel like it's favored. It's maybe one of those 55-45 or maybe something like, 58-42 matchups.
Yeah. So we saw a force pitch Snapcaster on a turn 1 Amulet. I think that's a really good play, especially from a tempo deck. Just saying you absolutely cannot have your explosive draw is extremely important for a deck that is trying to disrupt you just enough to get under.
It's a real, there's a real cost to that. Snapcaster is one of the cards that lets you sort of 2-for-1, and then you're sort of 2-for-1ing yourself when you do that. So you really hope Brett doesn't have a follow-up Amulet, or you're just going to do some face palming there.
Oh, sure. But I think if you're playing a more controlling deck, you don't necessarily make that play, and because you want to just answer the haymakers. But in a tempo-based strategy, it's a much, much better play.
Yeah, realistically, Nick needs to win this game by turn 4 or 5 at the latest. If Brett has an even serviceable hand, he'll probably be able to gain enough life and just present enough threats to put this out of reach for Nick completely.
So I wonder if Brett had the Tribe Scout in his opening hand, because from what I know about Amulet, you probably want to run that Tribe Scout out before the Amulet, just to get it unsummoning sick, because the Amulet doesn't necessarily do that much on turn 1. As you see, he didn't get any value out of it. And we see that Tribe Scout met with a bolt. So here we have a build with both Ancient Stirrings and Once Upon a Time.
So if Brett had an Azusa, then I like the line of running the Amulet out first, and then maybe the next turn running the Bounce Land out and playing the Azusa, as if you know you're playing against a red deck, Tribe Scout is almost always a dead card. So you just kind of assume that it's going to die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely understand this line by Brett.
That makes sense.
I'm not going to elect to get an untap trigger there. I would have liked to untap that land.
It was an option.
So it's awkward for Nicholas here because we have Young Pyromancer to get a threat on the board, because although Nicholas has dealt with a fair amount of Brett's setup cards, Nicholas doesn't have any threats, but then we also have a mana leak in hand. So a real kind of decision tree there. But Nicholas is going to have to get something on the board, because even though Brett had a Tribe Scout killed and an Amulet countered, we see an Amulet and some lands right now.
Yeah. So Nick has, I believe, 2 young pyromancers. That's 2 ops, and I believe another bolt in hand at the very least, as well as that mana leak. So we're
I,
gonna scry and draw.
I find that's always a really interesting decision when you opt into another opt and you have land up to use it, whether you bottom it or top it, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
A lot of times I bottom the opt.
Yeah, it costs you a look but saves you a mana?
It depends what you're looking for. All right, so it looks like we're just waiting. Brett's probably maybe waiting to get mana to hardcast a Titan.
I think so. We're
And then
main
Nicholas wants a
phasing it.
counterspell, doesn't want to play a young pyromancer before we start opting.
No, we want to hit land drops here.
Oh,
It's
well, there's
really
a-
important for Nick to hit his land drops so he can hold up mana leak as
Huh.
well as playing young pyromancer.
Wow. So we have 2 Force of Negations and a Mana Leak and a Young Pyromancer, and Nick elects not to play the Young Pyromancer.
He's just worried about the Titan. Just getting slammed with a Titan. Oh no. Main deck Cavern of Souls is
Yeah,
very
Nick
rough
Nick
here.
finds the only player playing the main deck Cavern of Souls tonight, and the player draws it naturally and just gets hard punished.
Oh no.
And that's GG.
Yeah,
Nick
that's
may
it.
be able to double bolt this Titan, but as long as Brett's going a little greedy here, so Brett could get punished for this if they don't have another Titan in hand.
It is very matchup dependent with Amulet whether you want to go for the throat like this.
We
or
don't
whether
we don't
you
have double bolt. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
there's no double bolt, but we're there. All right, we're gonna get hasty.
We got it. Do we have a bounce trigger?
We have lost a bounce trigger. I'm gonna
We do.
step that
Okay.
out there. Bounce trigger. Bounce trigger, Garrison.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we fixed it. Field of the Dead. Zombie time. Zombie party.
Okay, so I've had a $1 million idea, or maybe like a does like tens of dollars idea, where you have like the deck box, but then you have buttons on them that cue sound effects. I've always wanted one that cues the Cranberries song, like zombie, zombie. Whenever you start
Yes.
making a bunch of zombies.
That's my karaoke song if we do karaoke.
Oh, that's
I'll
such
sing
a good
I'll sing the
karaoke song.
Cranberries if we do karaoke.
I mean, you can. My idea is that it would be customizable,
Oh,
different
yeah.
sounds. Like you could be like, clue token. Yeah.
I mean, Twiddle Storm, twiddle sound effect.
Yeah.
For you, all of you in chat who are around for the Twiddle Storm day.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to, like, you have a bunch of venture capital that you need investing in, yeah, Portland Paper, we have product ideas.
Yeah, we are ready. Oh,
Oh, it looks like we drew a lightning bolt for Nicholas. So now all you have to do is deal with an endless stream of zombies.
no big deal.
But,
Totally fine.
speaking of investing in Portland Paper, we recently found out that you can like cheer with bits, and 100 bits equal $1. And one of the lucky things about casting at Guardian is, as you may have seen earlier, we can drink beverages here. So a 200-bit cheer equals 1 PBR for our casters, our producer. So just putting that out there in the world, if you ever feel like supporting us in that way, that's a thing that you can do.
You will get either more or fewer jokes from me if you buy us PBR,
like,
but
No
I'm not
more
gonna
puns
tell you-
or more puns.
I'm not going to tell you which it is because I don't know which side of that you're on. Okay, we're going to transmute Talaria West here. Yeah, pointed out that Primeval Titan is not a valid target for the transmute of Talaria West. You're going to have to take one more little step here.
So to answer chat, we can't technically say that we are, because if we do, we violate some terms of service for Twitch, because you can't like pay for us to drink a certain amount. But that's a thing we probably would do.
Yeah, zombies are coming.
You are new to Magic. You need deck recommendations. So we can say a little bit, but chat in general, if y'all want to jump in here while we cover this Amulet match. We've got another Gemstone Mine coming down. Make another zombie.
What do you see as Nicholas's outs to like winning this game? Are we just being masochistic right now,
A
or
little
are
bit of
there
a miracle.
is there a way to victory?
I don't know if he plays. I doubt he plays Cryptic Command. It feels a little heavy for a Delver strategy, but I don't know that tapping down this team is gonna do it. Brett's at 18. That's just not reachable for a Delver deck.
Maybe you're just trying to see like what other lands Brett plays, like the just get more information about the makeup of the deck, so you're not conceding because you play a pretty quick deck. So
That's fair enough. Like now you know he runs Castle Garenbrig. You know he's got both Once Upon a Time and Ancient Stirrings. You know he's got main deck Cavern of Souls. So taking a peek at our sideboard options. Options for Brett: 2 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Tireless Tracker, 1 Mystical Dispute, a second Cavern of Souls, a Field of the Dead, a Radiant Fountain, a Ghost Quarter, a Ramunap Excavator, an Engineered Explosives, 2 Dismember, and 2 Oko Leaf of Grounds. Moving on.
well, we don't want to talk about how we're gonna board.
Oh yeah, I guess we should.
Also,
talk about that.
Brett's 2 Okos are foil full art. I know because I saw them last week.
They are full borderless. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
bringing the Okos in the matchup seems great.
it's just so tailored to this particular matchup. I can't imagine it being good.
Yeah,
in literally every game.
They're specifically for this matchup, I'm sure. Oko pretty garbage in all other matchups. JK Law bringing in everywhere.
I don't even know why it's in the sideboard. I hate this. I hate this.
Well, okay, to actually answer that question, why is it in the sideboard? It's because it allows you to kind of board out things that are actively bad in matchups and then just board out some generically good cards, I think is like the serious answer to that question.
Yeah. Generally, in most decks, especially that are like Amulet, that are very proactive, your game one plan is significantly less reactive than your post board plan, and you assume that post board games are going to slow down a little bit. You can tailor your deck to interact the way you need to. But game one, you're just turbo on your own plan because in the blind, you don't want to try to work around your opponent if you have a very proactive strategy. Nick's sideboard options here: 2 Disdainful Stroke, 1 Saheeli, 2 Mystical Dispute, 2 Blood Moon, 2 Dragon's Claw, 2 Abrade, 2 Thing, 1 Dismember, 1 Flame Slash. Blood Moon.
Yeah,
Blood Moon's a magic card.
that's the thing you
Moon
can do.
them out.
Moon 'em
Moon
out.
them out.
You
That's
can't-
what I
You
did
can't turn a Blood
last
Moon
week.
into an elk.
Field of the Moon.
Yeah, Field of the No Zombies. Why don't you just tap for red?
And you
Can't
know-
play Oko with red.
You know it's not what
You're
else
getting loose here.
what else also it's not an elk? A cow.
Moon.
Yeah.
No, it's not Field of the Elk. It's Field of the Moon. Super serious time.
I do happen
I
to
also like a
know
braid.
that Amulet Titan plays no basic islands, so Blood Moon will prevent them from playing the Oko.
All threats handled at that point. No blue mana. Deck literally shut down. Can't imagine them playing anything else that's a problem.
Noko!
Well, you're winning a moral victory at that point, at the very least.
Yeah, I mean just mulligan to Blood Moon.
I also like, for what it's worth, I like a Braid in this matchup because you can hit a Tribe Scout or an Amulet early. It's flexible. And
I
I
could
like
see
it.
that being on the play. A braid is all right. I don't think it's great, but
No.
it's a thing. What are the bad things in the main deck that we're taking out?
I have bad news about Nick's main deck against Amulet. I'm fairly sure that a lot of his deck is not good here.
Mole to Blood Moon. That's honestly his game plan here.
Yeah, it's a little
I mean,
frightening.
so we got some probably soft permission like Mana Leak, maybe some Spell Pierces and Remands, but I mean those all seem like fine if you're on the play and have a Delver or something, but what are the actively bad cards that we're taking out?
I don't love Force of Negation.
No.
I don't really love Snapcaster.
Oh man, I like
Yeah.
all those cards. Bolt Snap Bolt or Snap Mana Leak or maybe how you're gonna win the game.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
skeptical of
what do
Mana
you
Leak.
want to take out then, Travis?
I don't know if I would take out. I'd maybe just take out something for Blood Moon and that's it. I'm not sure I'd bring in the Abrades.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I was just thinking that those are things that I'd be fine taking
Yeah.
out for Blood Moon.
Oh, we brought in Stroke. I'm not sure I bring in Stroke in the face of Cavern of Souls. You've seen one. I'm not sure I'm about that life.
Stroke doesn't hit Oko.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Stroke is good in the matchup. I mean, the fact that Brett had Cavern without having to search for it as a one-of in the deck.
We got a cheer.
Oh,
Yee!
thanks, y'all.
We are cheered for.
So the person who has the least drinks gets to buy a drink. That's not me. Thank you
lost
for the
count.
support, though. We really appreciate that.
Yes. It matters a ton. We're sorry that we haven't done more caster camp. Oh, I don't want to miss my favorite part of the week. Okay, we're going to do it, guys. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we
we're
we
getting
definitely
there.
got some spice.
Yeah, don't bail early because we have things for you. So we got a turn 1 Delver from Nick. If you are not familiar with
Right
Delver
into
of
victory.
Secrets.
Yeah, Delver of Secrets. It says it's going to be a 1/1 that then you can look at the top of your library and be disappointed for 3 or 4 turns.
Literal oracle text, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Delver in Modern, I generally like to keep a Delver count. Every Delver gets a score, which is how many draw steps it requires you to flip it. You get to like a 5-scored Delver, it's really awful.
Turns out there's a lot less secrets in Modern than Legacy.
Trigger. +1 Delver score.
Well, that was a Blood Moon, though.
Yeah, it seems like a reasonable concession. You're going to lose all your tempo, but in exchange you get to like not lose the game. Decent.
Okay, so we maybe have a Delver flip?
We're going to set it up.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was the land from Blood Moon that we put on top, so
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that's 1/1.
We're going to cast Serum Visions again, though, and we're going to
Are
try to
we?
stack it underneath. Yeah, we are.
Are we going to cast the second Delver?
What, and not flip both of them?
Yes.
Heck yeah, these
No, we're
one
gonna-
ones
we're
are
gonna-
getting there with the Blood Moon for sure.
We're going to flip that Delver.
Moon 'em out, boy.
I feel like I'm in high school with all the
All the mooning?
Yeah. Better get that basic forest there, Brett.
I wonder if you can read the writing on the wall. The writing on the moon. Also, by the way, I really feel like the 3-person commentating team is just really doing it. Or this is it and they hate us now.
It is like the kind of occasionally we've got a groove and then we have this like creepy voice that comes over that just
I don't think I add
Drop some
anything
wisdom.
except that I can just pretend to also be Travis.
No, you've got the amulet wisdom. We've had like so many amulet matchups this evening. It's been really helpful.
Deck is broke.
We did grab the Cavern of Souls off that Once Upon a Time, which is making this Mana Leak and this Disdainful Stroke look a little bit...
Did we discard to hand size?
awkward.
Oh.
Okay, some things happened.
Well, I think if Nicholas doesn't win this game,
How about one mountain instead of multiple mountains?
I have
Duh.
mad respect for
What?
Sinnoh Jupiter, but...
oh wow.
Ooh.
I'm...
We no fear.
What
No
are we
fear.
doing?
No
Well,
fear.
there's mana leak, and so maybe you're trying to just get this game over.
I like that play. No. This is good. Because
So you know what's on top, right? Because we scryed 2 and left both on top, I think.
we did. We left Mana Leak and Stroke. We picked up the Mana Leak. There's
I think you
Disdainful
only
Stroke
get
on top.
punished.
You're gonna shuffle that away.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fetch Island, shuffle Stroke away.
No, I think
then
you
we're not gonna
reveal
flip
it.
that
So
over.
you reveal stroke on
Shuffle.
upkeep, and then you shuffle before your draw step. After
That's
you
the
flip
big
Delver.
brain.
Okay, but here's the thing. You only lose this match if Brett naturally has the Rex Sage in hand
Oh god.
and then slams the Rex
well,
Sage.
this is pretty bad too.
Uh-oh.
Right, this is bad too, but so you would only lose it if he slammed the Rex Sage, and if you cast the Blood Moon, then it turns
Oh
the
god.
bounce
Oh.
land into 1 red, and then Brett can't slam the Rex Sage, and then you have the Mana Leak available to stop the Rex Sage from coming down the rest of the game.
We have basic forest now. That's awkward.
So with this line, we're going to be opened up to Brett being able to Summoner's Pact for a Rex Sage and cast it, whereas we wouldn't have been had Nicholas just slammed the Blood Moon last turn.
Are we gonna keep the stroke and lean on the Blood Moon? I think we're gonna keep the stroke, lean on the Blood Moon. Yeah. So now we're gonna Blood Moon to shut off Cavern.
So I guess this. I think this is a greedy play, right? Not just
Yeah.
playing the Blood Moon.
Yeah, I 100% think that if Nicholas had played the Blood Moon the last turn, they would have gotten there. They may still end up getting there with this line, but I 100% think the right play was to play it last turn.
I'm curious if Brett had that basic forest in hand.
I think he did. Brett gonna fall to 10.
Are we gonna get
This is
Nature's
tense.
Claim? This seems like very Nature's Claimy to
There
me.
was no nature.
Nope.
There was no Nature's Claim in 75.
No, fine.
I mean, if you there was actually no Rex Sage in the board. So unless Brett's main decking it, he doesn't have it. Okay, this is tense. What's happening? He's got Force of Vigor in his 75, but I doubt he brought it. For a Delver deck, you wouldn't bring it. Island Oko. Shh. They don't have Island. Thank God. There's no Okos resolving right now. Or in this game. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's a really bad card. If you can't cast it through Blood Moon, you probably shouldn't play it.
Get out! Is that as someone currently playing a deck with 4 Okos in it?
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Did you bought into it? You opened your one in your
I
pack?
opened my... You know what happened that day at PGS? Walked out with 3 packs, opened Once Upon a Time, Oko, and Witch's Vengeance. It's like... Okay.
Wow.
Anyway. Oh, what's gonna happen? Brett having a think here. Wondering
Oh.
what green, red gets you in an Amulet deck.
So I'm gonna hang out with chat for a moment and reminisce about the days with main deck packs, and the Hive Mind in Amulet, where you played like Slaughter Pact and Pact of Negation, and yeah.
You still play Pact of Negation.
Yeah, and I've seen some list, like it's been a while, like a couple months, but I have seen lists sideboard Hive Mind.
Yeah. Brett noting, I'm just gonna end up dying. That's fine. Alright. You got 1 turn to figure this out, Brett. But I don't believe he has an answer. Like
Yeah,
in his
I'm
his
an
deck.
old person, and I've definitely lost to Amulet back in the day with Summer Bloom on like my turn 0 and their turn 1.
Gross.
That's the thing that
Alright.
happened.
I had 5 mana, but
All right, Nicholas executed the plan.
So
He
you get
did.
a little bit of like, you won a game, you feel good. That's good luck. Good luck on your turn 3 Blood Moon when you're on the draw.
Okay, but that's the next plan also.
Yes.
Blood Moon again.
Play Blood
him
Moon again.
again.
You're now on the draw, Nick, so don't play Delver games.
So I am gonna
Slam
say
it.
this: if you are on, maybe if you're on the Blood Moon turn 3 game plan, maybe you have Force of Negation. No, Ian shaking. We got a head
What are you
shake.
what are you thinking here?
Because you want to force the negation of things that blow up Blood Moon.
Okay, actually, yeah, I agree with you because Brett would pretty much have to Summoner's Pact on their own turn,
Yeah.
which you would be able to force some negation because they wouldn't be able to do it like on the opposing player's turn or
100%.
they would die.
That's
So yeah,
what I'm
so yeah,
thinking.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you. If they draw the Rex Sage, it doesn't do anything, but
Yeah.
oftentimes you're pacting for the Rex Sage because you're only playing 1 copy of the Rex Sage.
All right. I see that, but man, that's narrow.
Well, the chances of Nicholas winning are pretty narrow, so I feel like
Alright,
maybe you have to
alright,
like.
alright. But
put
what
your
did we
cross-
say about like not? This is one of the things that kills me about Blood Moon. Like obviously it's critical here. What kills me about Blood Moon, especially in tempo strategies, is you take a turn off
To win the game
Okay,
against
can
the
we
Amulet.
If you're gonna stuff your deck full of more cards that don't close.
Can we take this moment while the players are shuffling and deciding mulligans to do
Yes.
the thing?
Let's do the thing. We didn't forget you guys. We just started bickering about blood moons and force of negations. But that's what you're here for, right?
Yeah, we're coming down to the wire here because Guardian does close at 10, but
Yeah. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get
we
you.
got to get all the value into this.
You got a lot of value
Stream.
tonight, guys. We're committed.
Text me.
All right, so our flavor text of the week comes from Urza Saga. Nostalgic, near and dear to my heart. I first started playing Magic during Urza Saga. Bedlam, do you want to read the flavor text?
I will
Rachel?
read the flavor text. Sometimes quantity, in the absence of quality, is good enough. Somewhat like those Delvers.
Yeah, it's very like sort of like Confucius thought. But
That's some goblin philosophy.
yeah, lots of gobos. Interesting. Bedlam is a little bit of a like lexicon history here. Comes from there was a Bethel hospital in England that turned into a sanitarium, and then Bethel sort of got switched around to Bedlam, and it was a Bedlam sanitarium, and that's where the word Bedlam comes from.
I did not know that at all. I feel like I just learned a lot more from Flavor of the Week.
Yeah.
Than I usually do.
And then, we get Bedlam, Bedlam Reveler. It's
Mhm.
a reused word in our magic lore.
Yeah.
It's pretty topical too, because 2 unflipped Delvers and a Blood Moon is like better than, something that's quality for sure.
I mean, Delver's not a card that screams quality to me. It's usually one of those just enough cards where you just have a mass of them. You're like, well, I guess that's good enough.
Bedlam does mean kind of like chaos, but yeah, it did come from like the word came from the name of a hospital in like 1700s England.
A hospital full of chaos.
Yeah.
Can imagine.
Yep. Used to be able to pay a small fee to then go and view the people in the asylum. And it was like a thing you do on Sunday outings.
What?
Yeah, you'd like pay your like 6 pence and then like go in the asylum and see all the, in quotations, like these are heavy, ironic quotations, crazy people.
That's horrible.
This is also one of my flavor picks for the week.
If you're smaller than the anaconda, it considers you food. If you're larger than the anaconda, it considers you a lot of food.
And we're dealing with a lot of food these days.
Oh, okay, it's good. It's not an elk pun. I'm into it.
Got him.
Pew, pew, pew.
Y'all miss the finger guns. We really do need that caster camp. Oh, that was amazing. And yes, I have been playing the food deck. I want to get it out there. Y'all, should I play next Monday? Nah. Keep hanging out. It's fun. All right. We're going to Ancient Stirrings into a Solari West. I missed the Once Upon a Time catch, but I hope y'all forgive us because of that history lesson with Bedlam and the Anaconda flavor text.
Yeah, we got a Tolaria West off Once Upon a Time, and we had what did we get off Once Upon a Time? We got Tolaria West off of Ancient
We got
Stirrings.
Solari West with Ancient Stirrings. I missed the Once Upon a Time.
It's probably something good.
Oh, it's got to be something good.
I know, it's a give and take relationship with chat. We learn some, you learn some. It's great.
Everybody walks out better because of Modern Mondays.
Oh, we have a Blood Moon in Nicholas's hand.
Donut. Donut. Oh!
And we get a
Score
flip
one Delver.
and
Look
a
at that.
Well, Deprive's a little bit of a
Yeah, it's
nombo
not
with the turn 3 Blood Moon, but if there's a super threatening card on Brett's turn 2, that's a thing you can do.
We did open and drink our beers.
Yeah, but we're really good at like blocking the burping sounds and the opening of the beer sounds. In the
I
booth.
actually don't know. Can chat tell me if y'all can hear me burp? Like all throughout Sarcastic.
I've been doing it a couple
I've
times too.
burped a lot. All right, we've got a Steam Vents. Wow, we're We're just gonna get a steam vents over an island. Oh, we got a Mystic Sanctuary.
All you need is
you
one more
left the
untapped
Archmage's
land.
Charm in with the Blood Moons.
It doesn't matter. Play Blood Moon. You're good.
Yeah, we left that on top too. I
What?
am confused. We have left the triple blue spell on top with the Blood Moon in hand. We are getting wild and crazy up in here. Alright. Nope, we want that Archmage's Charm. I think we're maybe attempting to cancel something before that happens.
There's like one objective. It's cast Blood Moon. I'm so
No,
confused.
Nick has
I'm
all
so
these other
confused.
things in mind that are not casting Blood Moon.
We're doing some deep thoughts of like in several like we're gonna counter a thing and then cast Blood Moon in 2 turns. I'm like, nah, just bottom everything that's
Cast Blood Moon. Find 3 lands and a
Wow.
Blood Moon.
so we're not even jeez. Yeah, I'm definitely bottoming things that aren't lands here if I have Blood Moon in hand. Is that a lightning bolt and not a Blood Moon? Did I mislead us all?
No, it's a Blood Moon. There's a Lightning Bolt and a Blood Moon.
Yeah,
Oh.
if you don't moon him this turn, you get Titans.
Yeah. That's
No.
cool. You got another Delver flip.
You get Cavern
This is
Titaned.
people get Delver tunnel vision. They're like, I
I
have to
just
get my
don't-
3/2s. My 3/2 flyers are worth more. No.
You just bottom them. Hope for land. Your Delver doesn't flip.
Oh god.
Wasn't there a fetch
Oh,
land
God.
in that we saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
God.
shock land.
I know.
Oh,
We got
God.
rid of a steam vents.
I'm facepalming
We didn't
right
want.
now.
We didn't want a Blood Moon on turn 3 on the draw.
I feel like we
We are all about that clock. I have a bad news about clocks
if
in
it, I
this
just
matchup.
maybe if there's not a blood, maybe I'm just not. Nope, that's a Blood Moon. I'm like, how could I be misjudging the situation? But nope.
He's looked deep into Brett's eyes, stared deep into his soul,
It's
and
like-
said, "You don't have a
It's
primeval
like
Titan."
name Titan with Cavern. Name Titan with Cavern. Come on, Brett. Come on.
I've done that. It's a giant. Surprise, not a Titan.
Is Titan a valid creature type?
It is. There
Oh,
are
okay.
Titans.
So you can actually screw that up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yes,
you can totally
can.
mess it up.
I've been on the other side of that, but I've graciously allowed my opponent to change.
You're a gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
I'm depriving whatever this is.
Nope, not
Okay, well,
happening.
Should be Rex Age.
We're getting packed. We ain't packed-in.
Oh, if you pack now, you're screwed.
You're so dead. I would recommend not pacting now.
But actually, even pacting for Rex Age, maybe Nick's line is just Galaxy Brain, because pacting for Rex Age is going to take a couple of turns and tap down your mana for the turn afterwards. So Nick's just going to get there in the air, unless Brett, I think, was supposed to search up an engineered explosives and blow up these 2 Delvers to get rid of the pressure. But
No, I think you were supposed to play Titan.
well, yeah, but you wouldn't search up the pact if you had
No.
the Titan in hand. So we can assume that Brett does not have a
Okay,
Titan in
fair
hand.
enough.
Right. Are you interested in stirring first or transmuting first?
That is something I was thinking about.
Because if you stir first, you might hit engineered explosives and then not have a question of whether to transmute for it. We want to keep the train a-rolling. I have bad news about your train.
Nick is really good at shuffling. To not mulligan and draw your 1-of Blood Moon.
And then bottom all the lands needed to cast it and still live long enough to cast it.
Is it really only a 1-of?
No, it's
isn't
2.
it?
It's 2.
There's 2?
I'm going to take a peek. Do you know how many pictures on my phone are people's sideboards? It's 2. I literally go through my phone sometimes. I'm like, I have like 40 pictures of sideboards. People are going to look at my phone and
when
say,
you're
weird.
when you're playing casually at like F&M at Modern, you're like, oh, I recognize you. I've got a text message here. Hold on,
Hang
let
on,
me check
hang on. All right, are we doing it? Please just play the Blood Moon.
Sweet Jesus, play the Blood
Do
Moon.
not wait. Do not be like, oh, I'll catch him with a pack. Just play the Blood Moon. He's at 8. Lightning Bolt.
Oh, that's a line too.
Lightning, Blood Moon. See? No Blood Moon required. You didn't have the bolt.
Oh, put the bolt on top, then play Blood Moon? Yes, love it.
Oh no, we're just gonna draw it. We're gonna not play the Blood Moon. We're gonna This is Nick personally sticking it to us. We're just like, play the Blood Moon, please. Like, I refuse. Mulligan to it, do not cast it. Win the game. Congratulations, Nick Beaker, for taking this down. 301. You.
Okay, so thank you everyone for hanging out with us, and I'm going to do the little ending spiel here. We're here every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, streaming 4 rounds of analog Modern Magic the Gathering. We're Portland Paper. All our subscriptions help us out a whole lot.